Africa, the cradle of humanity, is a continent of immense diversity. From the Sahara Desert to the Congo rainforest, it boasts a breathtaking range of landscapes and ecosystems. But beneath this familiar surface, a dramatic transformation is underway. Africa is, quite literally, splitting apart. The evidence is etched across the continent in the form of the East African Rift Valley, a vast scar that stretches thousands of kilometers. This rift, a place where the Earth's crust is being pulled apart, offers a glimpse into the powerful forces that shape our planet. As the continent continues to split, new landforms will emerge, climates will change, and ecosystems will be reshaped. The East African Rift Valley is a defining feature of the African continent. Stretching over 6,000 kilometers from the Red Sea in the north to Mozambique in the south, this vast geological fault is a testament to the immense power of plate tectonics. Here, beneath the surface, the African tectonic plate is being slowly pulled apart by the rising heat of the Earth's core. As the plates move apart, the land in between collapses, forming the characteristic rift valleys, volcanoes, and lakes that define the region. This unique topography has created a patchwork of habitats, from the savannas of the Serengeti to the forests of the Albertine Rift. The Rift Valley is home to an astonishing array of plants and animals, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. The process of continental rifting is incredibly slow, unfolding over millions of years. In human terms, it's almost imperceptible, but the evidence of this ongoing drama is all around us, if we know where to look. The Rift Valley is a living laboratory, offering scientists a unique opportunity to study the forces that shape our planet. One of the most visible signs of the ongoing rift is the volcanic activity that punctuates the region. Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak, is a dormant volcano that formed as a result of the rifting process. Other volcanoes, like Nyiragongo in the Democratic Republic of Congo, are still active, spewing lava and ash into the atmosphere. Another indication of the rift's activity is the frequent earthquakes that shake the region. As the rift widens, the land will continue to subside, potentially leading to the formation of a new ocean basin millions of years from now. While the geological wonders of the East African Rift are undeniable, the ongoing tectonic activity presents a unique set of challenges. The same forces that create breathtaking landscapes also pose significant risks to the millions of people who call this region home. As the African plate slowly tears apart, it releases tremendous amounts of energy in the form of earthquakes. These seismic events, ranging from barely perceptible tremors to powerful shocks, can have devastating consequences for communities situated along the rift. Volcanic activity, another hallmark of the East African Rift, adds another layer of complexity to the equation. Eruptions, often unpredictable and violent, spew forth lava flows, ash clouds, and toxic gases, posing a direct threat to human settlements and agricultural lands. The human impact of the East African Rift's geological activity extends far beyond immediate disaster relief. The recurrent threat of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions has profound and long-lasting effects on the lives and livelihoods of communities in the region. Beyond the immediate impact of disasters, the ongoing geological activity presents significant challenges to development and economic progress. Infrastructure projects, crucial for connecting communities and fostering economic growth, are particularly vulnerable to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The agricultural sector, the backbone of many East African economies, is also acutely affected. As the East African Rift continues its slow but relentless journey of separation, the challenges facing the region are only likely to intensify. Climate change, a global phenomenon with local consequences, is adding another layer of complexity to an already precarious situation. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, predicts that East Africa will experience more extreme weather events, including prolonged droughts and more intense rainfall in the coming decades. When combined with the ongoing tectonic activity, These climatic shifts have the potential to exacerbate existing vulnerabilities and create new ones. Increased rainfall can trigger more frequent and severe landslides in areas prone to seismic activity. Droughts can lead to water scarcity, forcing communities to migrate in search of resources, potentially bringing them into closer proximity to geologically active zones. To truly grasp the significance of the East African Rift, we need to journey back in time, millions of years ago, to the beginnings of its formation. Imagine a time when the African continent, as we know it today, was part of a much larger landmass, a supercontinent known as Gondwana. Deep within the Earth's mantle, plumes of scorching hot rock, heated by the planet's core, began to rise, pushing against the underside of the Gondwana supercontinent. This relentless pressure, over eons, began to stretch and thin the Earth's crust, like dough under a baker's hand. As the continental crust stretched and thinned, it fractured along lines of weakness, creating a series of deep fissures in the Earth's surface. Over millions of years, the relentless forces of plate tectonics continued to pull the African plate apart. The East African Rift Valley, far from a static geological feature, is a dynamic and evolving landscape shaped by the ongoing interplay of tectonic forces. As the African plate continues to stretch and split, the land within the rift zone is subjected to a constant process of uplift, subsidence, and volcanic activity, creating a tapestry of dramatic contrasts. The rift valleys themselves, those deep scars etched across the African continent, are a testament to the power of tectonic forces. As the Earth's crust stretches and thins, it loses its structural integrity, causing blocks of land to sink along fault lines. In contrast to the sinking valleys, the areas flanking the rift zones often experience uplift, creating towering escarpments and plateaus that rise high above the surrounding plains. Volcanic activity, a defining feature of the East African Rift, plays a crucial role in shaping the landscape. The geological drama unfolding in the East African Rift Valley is not a distant spectacle. It has a very real and direct impact on the lives of millions of people who call this region home. The most immediate and visible impact of the ongoing rifting is the constant threat of earthquakes. As the Earth's crust stretches and fractures, it releases tremendous amounts of energy in the form of seismic waves, causing the ground to shake and tremble. These earthquakes, ranging in magnitude from minor tremors to major events, can have devastating consequences for communities situated along the rift. Volcanic activity, another hallmark of the East African Rift, adds another layer of complexity to the equation. Eruptions, often unpredictable and violent, spew forth lava flows, ash clouds, and toxic gases, posing a direct threat to human settlements and agricultural lands. While the East African Rift presents significant challenges for human populations, it is also a region of remarkable biological diversity and evolutionary significance. The unique geological history and varied landscapes of the rift have created a patchwork of habitats that have fostered the evolution of a staggering array of plant and animal life. The rift valleys themselves, with their lower elevations and often warmer, drier climates, are home to savannas and grasslands, supporting vast herds of grazing animals, such as zebras, wildebeest, and gazelles, along with their predators, including lions, cheetahs, and leopards. In contrast to the arid valleys, the highlands and mountains flanking the rift zones receive more rainfall, supporting lush forests, montane grasslands, and unique alpine ecosystems. The lakes that dot the East African Rift Valley, some of the largest and deepest on Earth, also harbor a remarkable diversity of life. From the iconic flamingos of Lake Nakuru to the endemic cichlid fish of Lake Tanganyika, these freshwater ecosystems showcase the power of evolution to shape life in isolated environments. Looking millions of years into the future, the East African Rift promises to dramatically redraw the map of Africa. As the tectonic plates continue their slow separation, the Rift Valley will continue to widen and deepen, eventually forming a new ocean basin, splitting the African continent in two. Scientists predict that the Red Sea, itself a young ocean born from rifting, will continue to expand southward, flooding the Afar Triangle and eventually connecting with the Gulf of Aden. This new seaway will gradually inundate the lower-lying regions of the Rift Valley, creating a long, narrow sea that will bisect the African continent. As the rift widens, the landmass currently occupied by the Horn of Africa will become increasingly isolated, eventually breaking away from mainland Africa to form a new, smaller continental landmass. This dramatic reshaping of the African continent will have profound implications for its climate, ecosystems, and human populations. So, the big question is, when will Africa actually split? It's a question that has captivated scientists and the public alike. The African continent is splitting at about 6 to 7 millimeters per year. In 5 to 10 million years, the Rift Valley will widen, allowing the Red Sea to flood in. This will mark the birth of a new ocean basin, separating the Horn of Africa from the mainland. Imagine standing on the shores of a young and vibrant ocean, its waters teeming with life. This is the future of the East African Rift Valley, transforming into a new ocean basin. Seawater will gradually inundate the valley floor, creating a long, narrow sea. Nestled between separating landmasses, this new ocean will be a hotbed of activity. Volcanic eruptions will shape the landscape, giving rise to volcanic islands. These islands will provide unique environments for new species. The influx of seawater will create diverse marine habitats. Coral reefs may flourish in the warmer, shallower waters. Deep-sea hydrothermal vents could support unique life forms. This new ocean basin will impact surrounding landmasses. Coastal communities will need to adapt to rising sea levels. New fishing grounds will emerge, providing opportunities and challenges. The birth of a new ocean reshapes the landscape and lives. The human story, adaptation and resilience. The East African Rift is a profoundly human story. Tectonic activity shapes lives, livelihoods, and futures. Challenges will intensify as the rift widens. Increased risk of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Yet, there is a spirit of resilience and adaptation. Traditional knowledge and coping mechanisms are key. Combining local knowledge with modern science is crucial. Our journey through the East African Rift Valley has revealed a continent in motion, a land where the very foundations of the Earth are being reshaped before our eyes. It's a story of immense geological forces, of continental plates pulling apart, of molten rock surging from the Earth's depths, and of a landscape in perpetual flux. We've seen how the slow, relentless process of continental rifting has created a tapestry of dramatic contrasts, from the plunging depths of the rift valleys to the towering heights of volcanic peaks. We've explored the scientific evidence that points to a future where Africa will be divided, with a new ocean basin separating the eastern portion of the continent from the mainland. But beyond the geological drama, we've also encountered a story of resilience, adaptation, and the enduring spirit of humanity. The communities living along the rift have, for generations, coexisted with the challenges and opportunities presented by this dynamic landscape. The East African Rift Valley stands as a testament to the power of geological forces to shape not just landscapes, but also the course of evolution and the destiny of species. It's a region where the extraordinary biodiversity is a direct result of the rift's unique geological history. The varied habitats, from the savannas to the mountains to the lakes, have provided a canvas for evolution to paint a masterpiece of life. The rift's legacy is etched in the genes of its inhabitants, in the adaptations that allow them to thrive in this land of extremes. But the rift's legacy is also a human one. It's a story of cultures that have adapted to the rhythms of the earth, of communities that have learned to live with the ever-present possibility of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. It's a story of resilience, ingenuity, and a deep connection to the land. The East African Rift reminds us that our planet is not a static backdrop, but a dynamic stage upon which the drama of life unfolds. It's a story that underscores the interconnectedness of all living things and our shared responsibility to protect the planet's biodiversity and the cultural heritage it sustains. As we conclude our journey through the East African Rift Valley, we're left with a profound sense of awe at the power of nature. The story of the rift is a reminder that Earth's continents are in constant motion. Insights from the rift extend far beyond this region. They help us understand earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and the formation of continents. The challenges faced by communities here reflect global challenges. Their resilience offers lessons in sustainable development and disaster preparedness. We are all connected, and our choices today impact future generations. What are your thoughts on the future of Africa as this geological drama unfolds? Share your insights and join the conversation in the comments below. We've only just scratched the surface of this fascinating topic. If you're eager to delve deeper into the world of geology and discover more about the forces that shape our planet, be sure to subscribe to our channel. From the heights of towering volcanoes to the depths of hidden caves, we'll take you on a journey to explore the wonders of our planet and uncover the secrets hidden beneath our feet. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue to explore the incredible world of Earth's geology.